Alright, quick little video here. It's actually going to cover the first two sections of Khan, the solving similar triangles basic and advanced. I'll do two questions for both, and they'll kind of simulate any type of problem that you'll see, because they'll keep changing them. You have to do 4, and you need to get 3 out of 4 right, and they'll just kind of keep changing them on you, but they all kind of look like this. So here we go. So triangle ABC is similar to DEF. So what's important here is the order of the letters. So that means that angle A is going to be the same as angle D. So this angle is congruent to that angle. B goes with E. So B goes with E. And then also C and F. So C goes with F. Now the big thing is you need to match up sides. I'm going to kind of color code these for who goes with who. So if you look at, let's say, side AC, all right, it's between the 1 and the 3 arc. You could also tell up here, side AC is the first and the third letter. So that's going to go with side DF. So those two sides, one's kind of like a big brother of the other one. We say that they correspond with each other. Another side, we have CB here. CB is going to go with EF. So those are going to be our red sides. And then we'll do green is going to be AB goes with ED. So once you have them kind of paired up, how you can do this is ultimately we're looking to solve for R, how long side R is. So we need to set up a proportion. So since R represents the black side, we're going to set up a ratio of those two. And whoever you put on top is totally up to you. I'm just going to put the left on top and the right on bottom. So I'm going to say that 12 is to R as, and then I can choose either the 2 greens or the 2 reds, either one. I'll do the reds. That 6 goes with 8. So I kind of did like little black over big black, little red over big red. Now once you have your proportion set up, it's pretty straightforward algebra. We're just going to cross multiply. R times 6 is 6R. 12 times 8 is 96. Divide both sides by 6. And it looks like R is going to be 16. Okay, that's one method. Sometimes people like to kind of do like a division thing. They like to kind of do a scale factor. So I'm going to show you another way to do example 2, just in case you like that way better. So on example 2, people try to figure out what's called the scale factor. And let's kind of see. Unfortunately, on this one, it doesn't tell me who's similar to who. But just kind of looking at it, I can see that X appears to be the smallest side. So X is the smallest side, and 6 is the smallest side. It looks like the middle is going to be 7 and 14. And then the biggest side is going to be 9 and 18. Now this one has a really nice scale factor because I can see, like, to get from the small black to the big black, basically this one was doubled. So we say that it has a scale factor of 2. So that means every other side needs to be multiplied by 2. So like 7 times 2 will get me to 14. And if I'm looking for X, I could just say, oh, that's going to be 6 times 2, which should come out to be 12. So that's kind of a shortcut way. This one worked really nice because you could do 9 times 2 to get 18. It would have been a little bit tougher on this top one because, like, let's say that you chose the 6 and the 8. You can't really multiply 6 by a nice integer to get 8. So what some kids do is they'll divide. They'll say, okay, 8 divided by 6. And let me just pull up my quick little calculator. So 8 divided by 6 is 1.3333. And so then what they would do is they would know that's the number to multiply. And then they could just use that scale factor to multiply over. So, if we would have wanted to go from 12 to 16, We could have just multiplied by 1.33. We'd have to put a whole bunch of 3's just because you'd have to round it somewhere. So we could have did 12 times 1.333333, and you get 15.99, which would be pretty close to 16. But most people set it up using this algebra way here. So I think that's kind of the safer route. All right, so now we're looking at problems that are in the advanced section. So when you're doing Con, this is in the advanced section. So here we have two triangles kind of nested inside of each other. And I think normally for me, the easiest way to do this is this smaller triangle right here. I'm going to kind of redraw. I'm going to kind of pull it out up top. And I have this side is X and this side is 2. And then I'm going to look at the big triangle. This big dog here. He's the big brother. I'm going to put him over here to the side. And he's got a side of 3. His bottom is a little bit tricky because his bottom is actually this X plus the 2. So we just need to kind of write that expression here as X plus 2 because we don't know how big X is. So now in order to solve, we can set up a ratio kind of like we did in the last problems. So I can be like little side is to big side. So little is to big. And then I'm going to do little bottom over big bottom. So little bottom over big bottom. And I should be able to solve this now by cross multiplying. So I'm going to come in here. 3 times X is 3X. When I come this way, I got to be careful. That's 2X plus 4. I need to distribute that 2. Kind of give it the love to both pieces. Now I just solved this equation. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And I end up with x equals 4. And that's what they want. It said solve for x. So x is going to equal 4. And if I plug it in, it should make sense. So if I put 4 in here, and if I put 4 in here, that's going to make this side be 6. So it's kind of like 2 is to 3 as 4 is to 6. So it kind of checks out. Our scale factor here was 1.5. Everything gets magnified by a factor of 1.5. This one is set up a little bit different. I'm going to start off the same, but notice the X is in this side position, which is going to change things a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So let's do this small triangle. So I'm going to draw him, and he is X on the side, 4 on the bottom. The bigger triangle, I'm going to draw him, and he is 7 on the bottom, 4 on the side. I think now we can set it up. So I'm going to do little side is to big side, little side is to big side, and then little bottom, big bottom. And I cross multiply, and I get 16 equals 17x. Divide both sides by 17. And that can't be right. What did I do wrong? X is a 4, 4 is a 7. Oh, I don't know where I put 17. Sorry about that. Not sure where that came from. So let's go back and tweak that. So it was X over 4 and 4 over 7. Which would be 16 equals 7x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 7. And I would just leave your answer. Now, I know it comes out to be a decimal, but in Con, just leave your answer. Just write it as 16/7. I'm not sure what it will do if you round it off. So if you kind of come over here. Oop, somehow I made that disappear. Make this guy a little bit smaller. Which somehow it's not letting me. All right, so let's just do 16 divided by 7. Here we go. 16 divided by 7. 2.2857. So I'd have to see if Khan would let me round, but I think your safest bet is to put it in exactly like that. Hopefully these examples help you get through the first 2 sections. Send me an email if you have any questions. Good luck.